Well, I'm really excited to be here with Brandon Montgomery with Fendt. You are the senior brand manager. Tell us a bit about your job.
That's awesome. Thanks for being here at Farm Progress 2025.
It's great to hear.
As a brand manager, what is that? We deal with a lot of the marketing material and content. So everything to do with our Fendt.com website, our social media channels, getting the message and word out about Fendt, along with our sponsorships and activations like we have here today with Anthony Troyer with our NHRA drag racing. So racer himself, yeah. So we do a lot with that, with the brand itself and promoting Fendt in North America.
Do you ever get a ride in the race car? That's part of your job?
I've sat in it.
Okay.
Going 277 miles an hour is something I'm not quite ready for yet.
None of the tractors go that fast at this point.
No, we can go 50, but we can't go 277.
Fendt is, the way I see it positioned is it's a premium brand, but that's just more than engineering. What does that mean when you talk about Fendt as a premium brand?
Premium brand means that there's a lot of expectations that come with it, right? So let's say, for example, if I'm selling a high sports premium car, you want to have the experience wrapped around not only just the product that you're buying, but the services that come along with that. So with a premium brand like Fendt, it's very highly qualified engineering development, highly specified features that provide a benefit to the farmer, really ROI calculated features. So we don't put anything on the machine itself that doesn't provide a benefit back to the farmer. And then we wrap that around with an experience called Gold Star Customer Care. And what that means is it's a care program where it's not just a warranty. It's a wrapped around program where we take care of the customer with all the service, all the maintenance, all the inspections for 3 years. It's a bumper to bumper program. So it's a $0 deductible warranty. And if you're down for more than 48 hours, we provide you a loaner to keep you going. Okay, so when you have something like that, you got to match up a premium brand with a premium experience on top of it.
Time is of the essence.
And that's what Fendt delivers.
They have to get out there, they have to get things done. So having that loaner is crucial.
Think about a combine. If you're down for 48 hours, who's waiting on you? The dryer, all the legs of the truck drivers, the grain cart operator. You got multiple employees. You got to have that uptime.
Fendt has historically been very strong in Europe, but you guys are also now really making inroads in North America. You talked a bit about Gold Star. I think that's a part of what how you guys are gaining momentum. But can you talk about how other ways you're gaining momentum to really kind of grow in a place where legacy brands have such a strength?
Absolutely. So one of the cool things that we showed here today is a Fendt 926. Okay, that Fendt 926 was the first tractor ever sold here in the United States. That was back in 1998.
Okay.
It was the first of so many developments. First to the market with CVT, continuously variable transmission. First to the market with a color screen monitor. First to the market with CAN bus technology. First to the market with separated hydraulic system from the transmission to the hydraulics, so you can't have cross-contamination. And you talk about when a product like that in North America was brought to the market with Gold Star back 30 years ago that we still have today, we're still continuing to deliver innovations through our new product ranges. Innovations like the new 1000 Series Gen4 product. Top of the line model, 550 horsepower and a fixed frame tractor. Nobody else is doing that. To provide the best technology to a row crop farmer so they can take that same tractor from the planting to side dressing in the summer to grain cart operation to tillage and be able to use the same machine over and over. And what we launched here today as well is called PTx FarmENGAGE. So as AGCO, the power of Fendt and our corporate umbrella of AGCO has unlocked a potential for us like we've never seen before. PTx is the combination of precision planting and trimble. And what they developed is a cloud-based platform called PTx FarmENGAGE to unlock the data regardless of whatever color or manufacturer you have on the farm. So let's say, for example, I've got red or other green on my farm or blue, and I'm transitioning into Fendt equipment. I can utilize what's existing there today with PTx FarmENGAGE and leverage my machine data plus the current machine data through FarmENGAGE and not have to switch or transfer data cloud management.
So one of the things about Fendt historically is they've been so strong in Europe, but you guys are really getting legs and momentum here in North America. You talked a little bit about Gold Star. I think it's probably one of the reasons. But what are some of the other reasons you're gaining momentum here in North America?
So it's such a great question, right? Because what we've launched here today, we've actually shown a Fendt 926 tractor, okay? And why show a 926 tractor when it's 30 years old?
Yeah.
It's 30 years old because it was a tractor that changed absolutely everything. It was the first to market with the CVT transmission, continuously variable transmission. Nobody had anything else like it that could transfer power seamlessly without interruptions, without torque interruptions or anything. And to go from 60 feet per hour to 30 miles an hour without shifting revolutionized the whole tractor world. It was first to market with CAN bus technology, color screen terminal, independent hydraulic control from the implements to the transmission. And the reason we show that today is because it set the stage for our growth in North America. It was 30 years old. This was the first tractor ever sold in the United States that we brought back to life. The customer traded in for another Fendt. And it was standard to the market with Gold Star technology. That customer care program is a full bumper-to-bumper warranty program we just talked about. But we already did that 30 years ago and we still have today. You advance to today, we launched a brand new Fendt 1000 Gen4 tractor, 550 horsepower. The 926 tractor, the back tire is the same size as the front tire on this Gen4 1000 series.
Amazing.
So you advance 30 years, same technology with CVT, but providing row crop farmers with the versatility they need in the farm, from planting to side dressing to grain cart applications to deep tillage. You can do and put all the hours on the machine with the versatility of a row crop tractor like that. Fendt is doing like none other before. And we've also launched a brand new PTx FarmENGAGE platform. So the power of AGCO and the whole umbrella of AGCO itself. We've acquired Trimble Ag. We've got precision planting. That combined is PTx multiplied. You've got the force factor now, what's called PTx FarmENGAGE. That's the data management platform, the cloud-based service to take any data, any field information, field farm, wayline transferability, regardless of color, to now take that to a mixed fleet operation. Fendt is bringing that to the market along with AGCO like never seen before, and our farmers are super excited to talk about it. And I want to go more into that too.
Yeah, we could do that. I want to talk first, though, about fleet conversion. I would imagine the story and the conversation are easier now as you guys round out the product platform. So talk about how, because it is hard to get a farmer who's dedicated to a brand for a long time to convert his fleet over. How are those conversations going?
You know, it's easier, and I hate to say this, it's easier to have those conversations now about efficiency when the commodity prices are in a tougher position. Because now farmers are paying attention to every bit of their cash flow in the whole operation. So input costs are high. They're looking at how can I save money? So things like fuel consumption now becomes really important to them. Efficiency of the farm itself. How do I get and maximize one machine to do multiple jobs so they don't have to buy as many pieces of equipment or trade out as often? Those are the things that we've been pushing for 30 years that now farmers are really starting to understand and believe that Fendt is the solution provider for them. Now they're understanding when we say, hey, we got a 20% fuel efficiency gain, they're seeing that in their back pocket for them. Gold Star customer care, when they see that and they don't have to take care of maintenance problems or service inspections and warranty problems for 3 years, that means something to them. And all of a sudden you're looking at between $15,000 and $30,000 of value back per machine on the farm. People are waking up, and we've got a lot of people here that are looking to make the switch to Fendt.
And I would imagine a lot of those conversations center around the Gold Star warranty, because I mean that's kind of peace of mind, right? So talk about how big of
talk about de-risking the farm, right? So everything is about risk mitigation on the farm, and if all you're trying to do is, like right now, maintain cash flow, how do I take the risk of I've got a breakdown that cost me $50,000, I can't afford it? Take that risk away. For the first time, well, that they may be making the switch. For us, it's not the first time. We've been doing this for 30 years. Let's take that equation out, de-risk it for them and say, you know what, Mr. Farmer, you got a fixed cost. Don't worry about this piece. We're gonna maintain that for you. That's a sense of relief. It's an emotional relief that says, okay, I believe in you, I believe in your products, and I believe in and understand what you're saying.
I've seen Fendt tractors at drag races. What's the point of seeing that? It's really interesting to talk about that.
Drag racing. So we're not that far from Indianapolis. This weekend coming up is actually the Super Bowl of drag racing. So we've got a partnership with the National Hot Rod Association. They came to us because they were looking for tractors that actually prep the tracks. Okay. So think about a combine harvester. If your combine goes down, you can't harvest. So if they've got a tractor that preps the tracks, that tractor can't go down because the racer's got to keep racing. And they're going almost 300 miles an hour every 3 seconds. These tractors, Fendt tractors, they depend on prep the tracks with a front-mounted broom, and they got rear tires that lay rubber on the tracks that prep them. We thought this was an excellent fit because we're first to the field, we're first to the racetrack, and we do that with Fendt. We coupled that with a great partnership with Anthony Troyer. Anthony Troyer is a farmer, potato farmer, they call him Tater, down in Florida. He actually owns 24 Fendt tractors in Florida. So the guy is unbelievable. Anthony Troyer, he races top alcohol. So we got the tractors prepping the track. We got a Fendt race car going down the track. It couldn't be any better. And we provide a Fendt experience like none other before for our customers to go experience it. So this weekend, the sweet box is full.
Does he do his own track preparation on the track?
He does, absolutely. Yeah, he goes down, man. The whole thing is unbelievable.
That's fantastic. What would surprise people, farmers, most about Fendt?
I think the biggest surprise is that when you have something that matches the whole experience, right? So anybody can come in and say, I've got high technology, but if you don't match it with the back support channel of really keeping that uptime, it doesn't match up in line. You can have high technology that doesn't provide value to the farmer. That doesn't match up either. So when you've got high technology that provides an actual return, that benefit, and you couple that up with an experience of Gold Star, now you got a winning package that makes it go, wow, this is something completely different. We got maybe a brand of equipment that's really popular in the United States, and maybe another brand that's gone to the other side of the aisle, but stayed the color they are. We're like the perfect one in the middle that goes, wow, I've got another option in the marketplace that is completely different. It challenges me to think differently and actually provides a benefit to me that I've never been able to do before. That's where we start to win, and people are really understanding that value, believing in it, and we've now seen red wheels all over the United States, across America, grow like never before.
And this is probably a big part of the Farmer First story. I've heard that theme throughout the AGCO and here at Farm Progress. Talk about that.
Yeah, Farmer First, what that means is it's not leading in with the product, right? So a lot of conversation is like, hey, Mr. Farmer, let me tell you about my product. It can do this, this, and this. You should buy this product. But why should they care? When you go into the Farmer First messaging of, well, tell me about your operation. Tell me about the challenges. What keeps you up at night? Things like input costs. Things like, how is my net farm income actually going to be able to help me plant for next year? Because guys are stressed out about how am I going to afford my input costs for next year. It changes the dialogue. Now you can have a real conversation about, okay, well, what can we do? How can we think about your operation differently? And maybe we have a solution that provides them the versatility, like a Fendt 1000 series tractor that may actually solve a problem for them. Maybe it's something where we don't sell them a physical steel and iron product. Maybe we sell them a data platform that actually allows them a mixed operation that gets to experience AGCO. And then Fendt is just a part of that helps build on that story. So it's not about leading in with the steel and iron. It's about leading into the conversation. How can we help? What can we do to help you solve your challenges? And that's where we have the change in the conversation allows an actual dialogue and actual benefit to the farmer.
Cool, Brandon, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks for spending time with me.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right.